Hello. Hi, Lord Alfred. I'm almost there. You know I'd never be late for an episode of The Children's Corner.
When I'm sitting around with my homework all done and there's nothing to do, I call all of my friends, they don't answer the phone. Where have they gone to? Where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner. Where do you go? We're gonna go to the children's corner. Where do you go? We're gonna go to the children's corner. Where do you go?
Oh, hi there, everybody, and welcome to the town of the Children's Corner, located in the world of the magical couch. I'm Sheriff Stephen J., the Sheriff of Sauk County. Yeah, I've been around town a lot more lately, so I've decided to take care of some sheriffing business here in the sheriff's office that's been backlogged. And one of those things are the Sunshine Liquor licenses. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm filling out a Sunshine Liquor license for one of the applicants. You remember what Sunshine is? It's that high sugar content sarsaparilla that you need a license to make it and sell it. And you need a contraption to make it. I've talked about it before. Sunshine is a highly concentrated sarsaparilla, 100% sugar. So, you got to be responsible to get one of these. You drink too much of that Sunshine and you'll be bouncing off the walls with that sugar rush. I was supposed to be in the world up above, going to some places of interest. But my plans changed quite suddenly, and so here I am back in the world of the magical couch. But my deputies are very happy about it, because they've been wanting some time off that I haven't been able to give them, because I need them here. But now I'm here, so they're getting their time off, and they're having a good old time. You see, apparently there's something in the air in the world up above that's making everybody sick. And it's making so many people sick, it's actually a pandemic. And we all know what a pandemic is. It's a lettership word of interest. Pandemic. P-A-N-D-E-M-I-C. Pandemic. Meaning the outbreak of a disease over a large geographical area, like countries and continents, that typically affects a large part of the population. A pandemic. And that's what they got going on up there. The good news is, with today's medical technologies, they'll get a handle on it pretty quick. But the best way to avoid getting sick right now, because this is a serious situation, keep those hands washed frequently during the day and keep your face covered. And that'll help prevent you from getting it. So that's basically all they can do at this point. But things are happening up there, and I'm sure it'll be under control quickly. Now, it's too bad that medieval Europe didn't have the medical technologies we have today. They suffered from the infamous bubonic plague pandemic that spread through Europe and Asia in the mid-1300s. Also known as the Black Plague, it arrived in Europe in October 1347 when 12 ships from the Black Sea docked at the Sicilian port of Messina. People gathered on the docks were met with a horrifying surprise. Most sailors aboard the ships had perished, and those who hadn't were gravely ill. Sicilian authorities hastily ordered the fleet out of the harbor, but it was too late. Over the next 5 years, over 20 million people would be infected with the disease in Europe, almost 1/3 of the continent's population. Today, scientists believe that the bubonic plague was spread from person to person through the air, as well as through the bite of infected fleas and rats. Both fleas and rats could be found almost everywhere in medieval Europe, especially on all kinds of ships, where they loved making their homes. Most scientists do believe that this is how the plague made its way through one European port city to another. There are some countries in the 1800s that changed their minds about how the bubonic plague was spread, and now believe it was spread through bad hygiene. Now, another infamous flu pandemic is the pandemic of 1918, or the Spanish flu. This was caused by the H1N1 influenza A virus, and it lasted from February 1918 to April 1920, and it infected 500 million people, which was also about 1/3 of the world's population. The same percentage of people that the bubonic plague infected. The first cases became known during World War I at Camp Funston, Kansas, in the United States in early March 1918. American troops that arrived in Western Europe in April are thought to have brought the virus with them, and by July it had spread to Poland. Now, if it originated in the United States, then why was it called the Spanish flu? It was all about the news coverage. During World War I, Spain was a neutral country with a free media that covered the outbreak from the start, first reporting on it in Madrid in late May of 1918. Meanwhile, the Allied countries and the Central Powers had wartime censors who covered up news of the flu in Europe to keep morale high. Though the United States did cover the flu in America, it was a European Spanish news sources that covered the flu openly in Europe, causing many people to believe that the flu originated in Spain. Oddly enough, the Spanish believed the virus came from France, and they called it the French flu. This H1N1 virus, it came in 4 waves. The first wave was relatively mild, but the second wave was bad, and a lot of people suffered. So you got the bubonic plague, it lasted 5 years, and the Spanish flu, which started in the United States, but the Spanish flu, that lasted for 2 years, so it got a little better, the technologies, the medical technologies and stuff. So when it all passed, and all this stuff up in the world up above, it will pass. But in the meantime, you have to listen to the recommendations of the doctors that are and the scientists that are handling this thing, and do what they say. And like I said before, the washing, keep your hands washed frequently during the day, and keep your face covered with something, and stay safe. That's all I can say about that. So I got to get back to work before I forget on these licenses, because I got a few other things to do. My memory's awful, except for this historical stuff. I love history. It fascinates me. But this stuff doesn't fascinate me. This is more like work. So I'll forget all about it. And then it'll go and... Well, my memory's awful. My memory's so bad, I actually wrote a song about it. And it's called the Memory Song. And it's right before this pandemic and the world up above happened. I grabbed a couple of my deputies, and we went up there to a recording studio, and we recorded this song, the Memory Song. I said, I have to have this for posterity. I have to have this Memory Song. So I came back. That was fun. Oh, hi, Mr. Dale. How you doing?
Hello, Sheriff. I'm here for lunch. Where's your shirt? Why you dressed like that?
Oh, this? Well, I just decided not to wear my shirt or vest and be a little casual because me and 3 of my deputies, Kenny, Jason, and Ace, we were recording a new song.
I've been waiting all day. I'm so hungry.
I was more casual, to do it. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. It was a great song, too. You want to hear it?
I'm not sure if I'm that hungry.
Yeah, I'll play it for you. You might get a kick out of it. I got the guitar right here.
Is that really necessary?
Except, I don't know where I put the pick. Oh, and that's the name of the song, the Memory Song. All right. Okay.
I only wanted something to eat.
Let me see if I got this right. All right, are you ready? Okay, goes like this.
I should have been a chef.
Got up, made me some breakfast, had errands in the wings. Going here and doing this and that, I had to do a lot of things. Grabbed my coat, put my hands in my pockets when I had to freeze. I started thinking, I really concentrated, where had I put my keys? And each second of every minute of every hour, my memory recedes, like my hairline, but not my waistline. My memory's fading, and everybody agrees. Began searching, I checked in every room, looking under everything. I couldn't find them, those keys gone forever. I did find me a ring. Gave up, went back to the kitchen, sat down by the kitchen door. And there they were, those keys were in the door lock. I think I've done this once before. Any seconds of every minute, of every hour, my memory recedes. Like my hairline, but not my waistline. My memory's fading, and everybody agrees. Shopping is one thing I had to do. Forgot my wallet back in my room. Went to get it, arrived there so confused. For when I walked past the door, forgot what I'd gone in there for. Walked into the local supermarket, where was my grocery list? It was home sitting on the kitchen table, I had to make a fist. So nowadays I write myself reminders, my house is filled with notes. Like pairs of glasses, they're everywhere, this happens to most older folks. Any second of every minute, of every hour, my memory recedes. Like my hairline, but not my waistline. My memory's fading, and everybody agrees. And everybody agrees, I'm having brain freeze.
What do you think, Mr. Dill? Mr. Dill? Where'd he go? I thought we were supposed to be having lunch today. Or is that tomorrow? I don't know, I wrote it down somewhere. Where'd I put that note? So I came back, and I forgot, of course, that I had a luncheon appointment with Mr. Dill, and he was waiting for me. I was telling him about what I was doing and all about the song. You know, he didn't care. He could care less. That angry little green pickle. All he cares about is eating. But what about me? What about...
Now that we got this here liquor license from the sheriff, we're gonna make a lot of money making sunshine. We gotta find a place to post this, good and proper.
Yeah, the last batch we made yesterday turned out pretty good. It sure was something nice and sweet.
Yeah, we made 2 jugs yesterday. Maybe we can make 3 jugs today if we can get this contraption fired up real quickly. Careful, Christopher, someone's coming.
Hey, fellas. Pinky Lester, Pinky Christopher. What y'all doing?
Hey there, One Eye. What are you doing this far in the fancy forest? Shouldn't you be back babysitting your boss, Black Bart?
Nah. That's Gibberin's and Gullis's job today. Yeah, Bart sent me over to the town of Whimsy to see Wizard Alfred. Got some business with him and all, and I'm just on my way back to the house. Why? It's a mighty fine contraption y'all got here. Y'all making some sunshine?
Maybe. What's it to you?
I was just asking. Oh, and I see you're all legal-like.
Yeah, Ma told Pa to stop being some kind of bandit and obey the law.
Yeah, isn't that nice? That's why I'm single. Well, anyways, I just thought maybe I had some sunshine all made up and maybe you'd give me a taste.
What do you think, Lester?
Yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea. You know, you can go back to town and tell everybody how good it is, and we can sell more. Here, I have some. Give this a try.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, whoa. This stuff is expensive. You just gotta dip your finger.
All right. Whoa. Ah, wow. Oh, man. That's some good stuff, fellas. I'm going to be bunching off the trees all the way back to the hideout, the house.
Yeah, go go spread the word. You know, Lawn Hand Sunshine is the purest Barilla sugar there is.
All right, I'll let everybody know. Bye now.
I'll fire up the contraption if you want to find a good place for the liquor license.
The liquor license. Do you have it?
I haven't touched it.
One Eye.
Let's get him!
You know, what is taking him so long? You know, we got a schedule to keep. Easy, easy. Relax there, gibbering. You know, it has been 6 months since Floyd the barber accidentally shaved off your mustache, leaving you pretty hideous to look at. Kind of making everybody sick. You know what, though? I'll bet you it's grown back. Let's check it out. Cross your fingers. Oh,
That's a little better.
well, looks like we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Oh, Bart. Bart, I'm all freaked out, Bart. I got me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, well, I got me the do-nothing blues.
What's that?
That's when you're sitting around waiting for something all day to arrive and it doesn't get here. Hey, what's that?
Well, oh, what was that for?
That was for being late.
Bart, I was coming out of Fantasy Forest and I run into this fella all dressed in white, a weird fella, and he called himself Mr. York.
What'd he say?
He said, aren't we supposed to stay out of Fantasy Forest?
Yeah, that's right. We are supposed to stay out of Fantasy Forest. Unless we've got important business.
Bart, this fella I run into, I was actually leaving Fantasy Forest, and he was welcoming folks going into Fantasy Forest.
Fantasy Forest has a greeter?
That's not all they has. This fella's got a dummy, short one, standing right next to him, all dressed in white like him. Says the dummy's name's his friend, Mr. Statue.
Well, big deal. I've seen stranger things in Fantasy Forest.
But Bart, this here was a talking dummy.
Well, so he's got a talking dummy. I got one of those myself.
But Bart, this talking dummy, it made me scared. You know, see words come out of his mouth and all, and, freaks me out. It's a talking dummy. I just don't know.
One eye.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't be scared.
Oh, it's no talking dummy.
I mean, I wish my dummy didn't even talk at all.
Wow! What's that? He is not that. He is my friend and my confidant, Statue. And I am Mr. Jork with a D. Looks like a dummy to me, all dressed up to look like you. Speaking of which, that is the worst Dracula impersonation I've ever heard. I don't like this guy, boss. He's insulting us. Bart. Here's that information you wanted. Got it from Fantasy Forest.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, Shiver, I didn't notice. You took off your potato shack mask. Oh, didn't quite grow in like you expected it now, did it? Wait. When I was running from that weird old fella all dressed in white, I run through the pasture and got some mud on my shoes. Let me see if I can get some off. I'll fix it. All right. Oh, my shoe. Let me get my... all right, let me grab it. I'm grabbing it. Let me see a fish. Uh-huh. Yeah. I can't get it. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me get some more off my shoe. I'm getting it. I got it. I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it, Jimmy. There you go. There. Pasture dirt, Okay, whoa, look at you. You look a lot better there, Jibrin. Now I don't feel like throwing up when I look at your face. Yeah, we'll just have to keep putting that on until maybe it grows back in. Okay, love it. Oh, what I give Bart here is a wholesale dealer liquor license. so you can legally make sunshine. Belongs to Lips Lonahan.
Those are expensive and hard to get.
Oh, yeah. And Lips is gonna pay plenty to get it back. I'm finally gonna get me some sweet revenge.
Woo-hoo. Oh, and Bart, I found it on Lips's contraption right where you said it would be all legally posted and like. Oh, no, Gibran. We're not gonna make sunshine. No, Bart just wants to sell it back to Lips like a ransom to get money back, No, making sunshine, it takes too much time and it's hard to do, but folks that make it, they make a lot of money. It's concentrated sarsaparilla. It's like 100% sugar. That's how come we never get at the Raccoon Saloon. We can't afford to buy sunshine. We just get the regular sarsaparilla.
Why can't we just go back to Robin?
Gutless, we just can't go back to Rob, not with Bart in this condition, all weak and nasty. Look at what Zelda Lonahan zapped her with her magic stick. Look what she did. Oh, his hair's all nasty. It looks terrible. I almost want to, throw up like I did when I looked at you. You were pretty nasty, Gibran. I'm sorry, but anyways, we just can't do it right now. So we have to find other ways to make money while we wait for him to get his strength back. That Zelda Lonahan, she took away our livelihood.
When I may not have the strength to rob right now, but this plan will make us some serious money while I'm waiting to get my strength back.
Yeah, and you'll get your revenge on both of them.
That's right.
Yeah! Woo!
All right, well, let's go.
I've been sitting here doing these sunshine liquor licenses. It's kind of boring. So my mind's been wandering. And I've been thinking about the different medical treatments that have been used over years for, different ailments and sicknesses. And leech therapy came to mind. Now, leech therapy is a therapy that was used back in the medieval times. Yeah. So what is a leech? Well, I got 3 of them right in front of me. I had them brought in so you kind of take a look at them and know what I'm talking about. But a leech is an aquatic or earthworm with suckers at both ends. Now, many species are blood-sucking parasites, especially of any animal that has a spine or a backbone, and others are predators. In medieval times, leech therapy was called bloodletting. Physicians used medicinal leeches, amongst other methods, for bloodletting to remove blood from a patient to balance the humors. The 4 humors of ancient medical philosophy were blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile, with the dominant humor of the 4 being blood. The belief at the time was that these 4 humors must be kept in balance in order for the human body to function properly, and any disease or illness was thought to be a result of an imbalance of these humors. The Egyptians, they used leech therapy over 3,500 years ago and are seen in the hieroglyphics painted on the ancient walls. They were used to treat a wide range of conditions from headaches to more serious ailments. They would put leeches on the patient, and the leeches would suck out the blood, and as the theory went, put the patient's humors back in balance. Aelius Galenus, a prominent physician and philosopher, introduced bloodletting to Rome, with Romans naming the leeches Hirudo, which is Latin for leeches. It wasn't until the 1930s that leech therapy went on the decline, and that's because antibiotics were introduced. But they still use the bloodletting today, or the leech therapy, on non-invasive procedures like getting rid of varicose veins. It was the act of June 28, 2004 by the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration, that opened the door for the marketing of commercial medicinal leeches for medicinal purposes. And they determined that the leeches fell under the definition of a medical device. And I thought that was interesting. But as interesting as that is, I don't think you're going to be able to use leeches to get rid of a pandemic problem. But I have 3 medical devices right in front of me. Where'd they go? They were right there. I gotta go. I gotta find my medical devices because, they can go 2 months without eating. So, I gotta get going. I want to thank you for joining me today. And I look forward to the next time we all get together on the Children's Corner. Where'd they go? They were right there on the blue cloth thing. That key. Key. What are those things?
Where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner.
Tell me, where do you go?